Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's see, I see people are still signing on. If y'all will type in the chat, what you should see is you should be seeing John Botwell's screen. If y'all can type in the chat, let me know that you see that. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, if y'all are saying good morning to me, then that means that you can hear me. So that's a good start. Everybody can see the screen and everybody can hear me. That's awesome. I got Mr. Ray Lane on the call with me. Are you there, Ray?
Hello. I am here.
Awesome stuff. Okay, so I know we're a few minutes late because we had the mastermind call a minute ago, but do you want to go ahead and introduce our guest here and kind of tell them about what we have going on?
Yeah. So first of all, I am really excited about this. John and I have known each other for quite a while. In fact, as I mentioned in some of my emails with it back, gosh, was it about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe? I don't know, somewhere around there, when you were getting started with some of the stuff. I worked with you on your YouTube channel and helped to get that started off. But John is in an industry that I really, really like. Not that I'm super into necessarily the products themselves as far as a user, but I know the industry and I know how well you can do in this particular industry. And what John has done is he's taken a traditional industry and made it what I would call JV Zoo easy. Whereas in the past, we had to create our own products, literally. We had to, go to labs and formulate things and print labels and literally put things in boxes and ship them out. John has made it as simple as a link, and there you go, and boom, you can sell a product with your own personalized label. So I think you guys are really going to love this. It's a little bit different, but different in an amazing way that could mean a whole lot of money. So with that, let me introduce you to John Botel. John, welcome. Excuse me.
Well, thank you, Ray. Thank you, Chad. It's a pleasure to be on here, and hopefully everybody can hear me and they can see my screen nice and clear.
And John, if you need anything, like just reach out to us. I'm over here on the side.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to jump right into this. We had a bit of a weird snafu with the scheduling of here. So what I've done, I'd like to introduce you as well. He's on the sidelines, ready to step in here. Cade actually works with me in the business here, and he's going to take care of the questions and answers, because believe it or not, I've got to bounce over to another webinar in about an hour's time. So we're going to spend time. I'm going to go through all this training with you. I'm going to show you how, this kind of big promise we've got up here, how to break into a $164 billion industry in just 30 minutes while somebody else does all the heavy lifting. So that's the big promise. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to do it within the hour. I'll break it down how this is going to run, about 5 minutes, just telling you about me, let you know that my history, so that you know that Ray and Chad haven't just dragged me in off the street somewhere. And about 5 minutes doing that, and then we'll get right into the training, and I'll show you what we got here with TinyBrander. Does that sound good? The other thing is I like really lots of interaction in the webinar, so we'll be doing some pop quizzes and stuff like that, just to try to really have some fun while we're on here. So give me a 1 in the chat box if you're ready to go, and let's break into this training session. Let me see those ones come up. I'll just grab my water to start. Okay. Where is the chat box gone? Oh, yeah, let me do this.
Can you not see the questions?
Yeah, no, I can't see them right now. Hang on. Technical difficulties. No, I can't.
How about now? Can you see them now?
Let me try again. What's the... Yep, I got it. They're there now. Perfect. Right. Okay, wonderful. Everybody's ready to go. Awesome. Right. Okay, I'll jump right into it. So, as I said, this is me, John Botel. And I'm going to start this webinar off on the right foot. I always want to be completely honest with you, and everything I tell you in this webinar will be complete honesty and just facts. I don't like hyperbole. I don't like glossing, really shining things up too much. I'm just going to give you the facts and let you guys make a decision on whether you think this is something cool or whether you don't, and that's fine. Not everything is for everybody. So as I said, I want to be honest with you, and that picture was from about 7 years ago. This is actually me this morning out with my dogs, and as you see, a little bit grayer, a few more wrinkles, and that's what will happen when you have 3 girls who are growing up and spending the last 8 years growing up around you. So this is my life. This is my beautiful wife and my 3 lovely girls. My son works in the business. I introduced him before, Cade. He actually wasn't on this trip because he was taking care of the business and the dogs back home. But this is my why, if you like. This is the reason why I do what I do, and I have done what I've done for a very long time. And let me go into that. We'll start with a little bit of fun, a little bit of a pop quiz. So I'm gonna show you the slide next. Just let me know what you think the connection is between these 5 pictures. We got Slick Bill Clinton, we got Neo from The Matrix, we've got Peter Griffin, we got Lil Nas, and the handsome fella in the middle, believe it or not, is me. So let me know in the chat box what you think. What's the connection between these 5 pictures? Just let me know what you think. There's no prizes for this one, unfortunately. It's just for fun.
That's like the craziest screen I've ever seen in a webinar, just so you know.
I like having fun in my webinars. So yeah, they are all men. They are indeed all men, and they're all very handsome men as well. I agree. The connection between these 5 pictures right here is actually 1999. It was the year Bill Clinton got impeached. It was a big year for him. It was the year, believe it or not, the first time we saw Neo from The Matrix, and the first time we met Peter Griffin. First time on the screens. I couldn't believe it when I looked that up. And who was the other one? Lil Nas. He was born in 1999, which makes me feel extraordinarily old, because in 1999, that was the year that I started my first online store, my first online business, which makes me a dinosaur in internet marketing and internet years. I've been around since the really beginning of the .com boom. Pretty much just after eBay started, I opened my first store. I think about a year later, 18 months later. Not on eBay, direct. I had a direct online presence. And let me run you through the timeline really quick and show you exactly.
I think I got you beat by 1 year, John.
Well, 1 year, yeah. We're OGs of the OGs. It's you must have been right about the time of eBay then, because I think eBay was just before me. Amazon had been a couple of years, but they were only selling books at this time. So I started my first e-com business, first e-com website then, and it was the .com boom. I was absolutely convinced that I'd be making $1 million overnight, and sell the company for $100 million. But like most things, the trajectory doesn't run true and straight. It's squirrely is the best way to put it. So I put my products up online, and I think we sold maybe 50, and it was a bit of a disaster, and it's very disheartening when that happens. Maybe you feel you've had that same experience where you put something online, you have a lot of hopes and dreams into it, and it just doesn't kind of take off the way you want it to. But I mean, that's the great thing with life, and particularly the internet, is things don't always run in a straight line. We didn't get a lot of sales direct to consumers, but what we got from having that presence was a number of wholesale inquiries from people wanting to buy our products and market them themselves. So within a year, I started a wholesaling company where I was wholesaling these products to other marketers, actually off the page marketers, not online. And that went really well for me. I did that for another year, just doing that before I actually started going back into the marketing facts myself, into the marketing realm myself, off the page in newspaper ads in 2001. Now that did really well. I did really well with the newspaper ads. We were making a lot of money. In fact, so much so we were selling so much product that the people we were buying our products from couldn't keep up with us. So in 2004, I actually started my own manufacturing company, and that's still around today. That's still my main business, is manufacturing products. And so that's 18 years this year, I think that's been going. So it's a good long-standing company. Then in 2010, we got involved in a joint venture with another one of our large clients doing what is known as CPA funnels, and I can go into that later. But that we did that for about 4 or 5 years, and we were incredibly successful in that. Made a lot of changes in the industry. We sold about $100 million worth of products during those 4 or 5 years. But at the end of that time, it was so big and so intense. I was just burnt out and worn out, and I exited that company. Did pretty well. And it was at that point that I really doubled down into the manufacturing business, really concentrate all my efforts into doing that. And it's funny when you do that, when you concentrate on something and you really put the effort in like that, that you you get the success when you put your efforts in and you really focus your whole attention on it. And I'm extraordinarily proud to say that the products that we manufacture in our facility are now on the shelves of Walmart, Rite Aid, TK Maxx, Sam's Club, CVS Pharmacy, and Sally Beauty, and a host of others. Now, you may have guessed, because Ray said it at the start, the kind of products I make. I'm in the health supplement business. That's what I manufacture, that's what I make. And it is a very, very exciting time to be in the health supplement business because of COVID and the last 2.5, 3 years that we've had focusing on health. The supplement business is booming. So the global supplement market currently is worth $164 billion. That's 2022. So let me know in the chat box, what do you think it might be worth by 2030 in just 8 years, in 8 years time? Let me know in the chat box. What do you think it may increase to? 164 billion right now. What do you think it might be worth in just 8 years time? Let's have a look, see what we got in the chat box. 240 billion, 700 billion, 320 billion, 500 billion.
You know what's interesting, John, is my partner Perry has been trying to talk me to getting back into supplements. Like, that was his background. I'm sure you know that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But he's like, my God, like, you can just make stupid money over there. And the thing is, like, what he was telling me is, like, you don't have like all the refunds and all that other stuff like you do with the digital stuff.
It's not as bad. No, and depending on how you sell it, of course, it's definitely not as bad. And the way to sell it is, being nice and clear and straightforward with it. So we had some guesses in here, Chad, and they're kind of all over the place. As I found with the recent webinars, people go either really high or really low. The actual number that's predicted is $327 billion, and that's a market doubling in just 8 years. So there is a lot of opportunity. And now, that's not just me guessing at this. In fact, it's not me at all. These are all people much smarter and know much deeper math than I know how to do. So there's people like Nielsen who say that the US dietary supplement sales were 16.7% higher than a year ago. That's in a year, a growth of 16.75. And vitamins, minerals, and supplements continue to see elevated demand. That's Nestle. Now, Nestle are important. We're going to talk about them in a little while. In the UK, sales have reached record levels this year, so it's a global thing. It's not just the US, it's not just the UK, it's a worldwide phenomenon that people are focused in on their supplements and health. Now, this is from Euromonitor. Vitamins and dietary supplement market expected growth will be driven by endogenous and exogenous factors, including consumer preferences, aging populations, new lifestyles, and increased healthcare. And who's this one? This one is an analyst at Barclays. If you look at millennials and Gen-Z, Generation Zs, they're so concerned now with health and wellness. It's part of that Instagram culture. But if nothing else you take away from this presentation, remember this slide, because this one is the one that's important. The market leader in the US is Amway, and that accounts for just 3.5% of the global market, followed by GlaxoSmithKline. This is not like other mass consumer markets where the big boys hold just vast chunks of the market, 25%, 25%. The market leader in this market only holds 3.5%. It is a market made up of small businesses, small brands that are grabbing their slice of this ever-increasing pie. So the opportunity is vast for fast-moving brands to snatch market share. So that's the good news. It's a booming market, massively expanding, with room for many brands to take a share, including your brand, your own. But of course, with the good news, there comes a little bit of bad news. So this is what I call the triangle of terrible decisions, or the pyramid of peril. You can take your choice. The tough part with getting into the supplement business has always been these three cornerstones, if you like. Inventory. To get into having US made, white labeled, or custom labeled inventory is thousands of units, which equals thousands of dollars of investment. And then you have the tech costs of building your infrastructure into your back end and all your shipping stuff like that. You know, that's going to cost you $1,000 minimum. And then on top of that, you don't want to get involved in shipping this stuff yourself. So you're going to have a fulfillment house do it. And they're going to be charging you monthly fees of hundreds of dollars. And then, of course, you've got to spend money on ads and promotion to drive people into your sites that you've built. Otherwise, there's no point, right? So you're paying all of these expenses before you know if your brand is going to be a hit or a miss. And the cherry on the top of all that is it's extraordinarily unlikely that you've got any experience in the health supplement market. So the only way to learn is by failing forward. So you try a brand, you find out what works, you know, likely fails, and then you try another brand, and then you apply what you learn and then try again. But that's expensive. That's really expensive. Essentially, you're gambling. You're just absolutely gambling. So it's crazy, right? But what about if we could turn this on its head? What about if we could do that whole thing differently and turn the odds in your favor? What about if you could try and test out unlimited different brands, unlimited different funnel variations with unlimited different angles, also all without having any inventory investment, with no storage or handling fees, or having a totally hands-off solution so you could run it from anywhere? How would that sound? That sound pretty good? Give me a 1 in the chat box if that sounds like it would be a better way to try to build a supplement brand. Yeah, right? Absolutely, of course. So let me introduce you to Tiny.
And John, if you can let me throw in one little thing in there. As somebody who went through the, what'd you call it, the triangle of terror, I can tell you, after going through this is a much better way, because we did really, really well until we had all of our money taken away and we couldn't sell the product anymore. So doing it that way can be a very, very difficult way to do it. Profitable at first, but it can be very difficult.
100%, 100%. And this is why we built TinyBrander, because we know, I mean, in the last promotion I did as part of the really large CPA funnel stuff we were doing, our budget for the launch of the last brand we launched was $100,000. I mean, that was just what it was. It's an expensive market, and you don't know whether it's gonna win or lose. But this is why we created this. TinyBrander is print on demand supplements. Think of it like Teespring for supplements. We can print. The technology caught up to where we wanted to do, and we can now print high quality labels in ones. So if you want to sell one thing of one brand, you can do it. It's not a problem. But as I said, the promise was how to break into a $164 billion industry in just 30 minutes. So I said, got to get this finished in an hour. So I've got to get this done within 30 minutes. I did it in 21 minutes yesterday. So who'd like to see me do this live? Give me a 2 in the chat box, and I'm going to break it all down. We'll do it live right in front of you. Cool, cool, cool. 2's coming in. Awesome, awesome. Right, I'm just going to stop. That's hard to say. Stop sharing this screen and open up my browser, because this is a SaaS platform. So let me just drop that back and then go here. And just make that a little larger. Okay, guys, let me know. You can still what is with my teeth today? Still see my screen. How about you, Ray? Can you see that screen now?
I believe so. Yes, I see the create your own online NutriStore.
Perfect. All right, great. I just want to make sure I was on the right screen still. So I'm just going to log in. Okay, we have some choices. We picked the 4 biggest niches to start with, which is diet, male health, CBD, and skin beauty. So let me know in which in which of those niches you'd like to see me build this brand. It's diet, CBD, men's health, or beauty. Just let me know. All right, CBD, diet, CBD, men's. Ooh, this has been the closest one so far. CBD, men's. All right, men's have it. Okay. All right, here we go. So there's a lot of settings in the back, things like your merchant account, who you're going to process the money with, because remember, you're building your brand. You're going to take the money for this, not me. So it goes direct into your account. I don't touch your money at all. And things like your autoresponder settings so that you can collect leads from your stores. But that's all stuff you can set up in the background. I'm actually going to just jump straight in to show you building the brand. So we jump into the store management, we hit create new store, and this was men's, so I'm going to call this male Webby store, and just call this male Webby. This is on a subdomain right now, but we can put that onto a custom domain immediately after this. So this is going to be a men's health store, so we're just going to click here and then hit continue. And we'll just let that build it. Now, I don't expect you to believe me right now, but right now in the background, there's already a website built for this particular domain. We can add a custom domain to it, and then that will be your own brand, your own branded custom domain. It's just a case of linking it up so you could put, you know, mymalehealthstore.com or whatever you wanted to put. Hit add custom domain, then you just need to point that domain towards TinyBrander. Take about an hour to work itself out, and it'll be 100% secure as well. We handle all of that, so the moment it comes in, it will be secured. So I'm just going to hit next because I'm not going to do the custom domain setup. It would take too long for this webinar. So we get now down to the products, and in the male health niche, we actually have 3 products available. And just to explain, we don't build traditional stores. We build funnel stores. Which works the same way as like a JV Zoo typical funnel. You have a lead product and upsells. This is the best way to sell volume of supplements that I have ever found. You could have a store with 10,000 items that you sell, you know, a handful of a week of each one. Or you can have a store like this, where it's focused on one main product with upsells, where you know you don't have those kind of problems with inventory, and you can focus all your efforts on selling that one product and let the funnel sell the rest. So in this one, we have the natural testosterone booster, the nitric oxide boost, which is like a muscle recovery, muscle boost product, and then the potency patches, which is like a male potency product. So this is marketed more towards kind of the middle age health bracket, kind of 35 plus, and they sell like crazy. Now, the thing to keep your eye on here is this cost price. This is what you'll pay me for the product as it ships out the door. This is what we recommend you sell it for. And I don't know, I'm not great at maths, but even I can tell that that's a 10x. You know, we recommend you sell it for $60, and it's going to cost you $5.80. So you're making 10x ROI. But you don't have to sell it for that. You can sell it for whatever you want. It is your brand after all. So we could set this, say, as an offer price of $49.95, you know, and we'll set that as the lead product. And then we'll set the other 2 as our upsells, upsell 1 and upsell 2. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go and create some offers, because the best way to do this is to maximize your cart value by creating buy 2, get 1 free offers, buy 3, get 2 free. And I can tell you from experience that when you do this, 65% of people are going to take the buy 2, get 1 free. That's going to be your most popular offer. After that, then the single bottle will be the most popular. And then after that, you're going to get the buy 3, get 2 free for maybe about 10% of your orders. But now I've added those offers. They're in the system. You can see them here. The single bottle is always a default, so that doesn't show in the offers. And you can see here the cost price for this particular offer would be $17.40. That's what you pay me as it goes out the door, plus shipping at cost. We don't put any markup on shipping. That's just whatever USPS charges. And you're going to be selling that for $119.90. So that is a massive margin, massive. So anyway, your offers are set up in the system right now. And I'm just going to hop back down here, and now I'm going to create a label for the system for the product. And I'm going to call this male That'll do. Male Webby label. And that's going to open up our label editor where you can create your branded label for your product. Now, this is a template, so you can't put the wrong label on the wrong bottle. They only have the one template there. This has all the legal stuff you need, like the supplement panel and the suggested use. And you can change all of this. Of course, you can delete this and you can add your own logo. You can call it what you don't have to call it this. You can call it whatever you want. You could call it Male Test Health or whatever you want to call your brand name. Now I have one I've already created earlier, but you could do tons of things where you could bring in images into the background and stuff like that. We supply you with a ton of pre-done background images, and this is male health, so something like this would be pretty cool to put in a male health product. You'd have to affect the opacity a bit so you could see it, but you can do all that kind of cool stuff and pretty much design your own label and your own brand that's completely unique to you. Now I have one that I made earlier, which I will just drag into the system now. Where are we? Webinar demo, label demo, male health. There it is. So I'm just going to drag this into the platform now. As I say, this is one that was made earlier, and it just saves us going through all of the remaking of the product. So I'm just going to save that now. There we go, perfect. And I'm just going to download it as a PNG file. Now, so that's on my desktop now. So now the final thing we have to do is just go back and we have to apply that label onto our mockup. So that's going to appear in our website. So I'm just going to hit there. Oops, no, I hit the wrong button. Apply label to mockup, that's better. And then we grab the label that I just downloaded. There it is, Male Webby, and open that up. And here we go. We just choose the section of it that we want to see, and we hit crop. And there it is. It's on the mockup. Let me show you that mockup right now because it's already on it. And that's how your product's going to look. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But the fact that that's already in a website now is even cooler. So there are some other things we need to go through, and I'm going to zip through them really quick because they're really boring. That's the kind of cool stuff where we built our product and we built our offer and we've done it fast. So that's what we have right now. And if I just hit next here, we just have things like the integration with how we want to do it. Because you can have unlimited different payment gateways that you can attach to your different funnels, and we'll be smart to do so. I'm just going to attach a test Stripe funnel to this one. And then we're going to choose our autoresponder. This is going to collect our leads, which is our prospects, and our buyers. And we're going to want to put them in separate lists in our autoresponder so that we can speak to them differently and do different kind of things with them as leads. Then we're going to select our wallet. Now, the interesting thing about the wallet is that the wallet is how you pay me for the products going out the door and the shipping costs. That's the only two things that come out your wallet. And you don't need to put any money in the wallet before you start selling. Okay, you can sell, and then when the orders come in, then you fund the wallet. And you'll be reminded to do that by the system automatically. So there is no risk. You don't have to put any money up front or deposits down or anything like that. Once you actually get a sale through the system, it'll ask you to fund the wallet so that we can ship it and dispatch it. Now, the other thing that's cool that you can do with the wallet is you can have multiple wallets. So if you wanted to use this platform, say, for selling products to a local gym, you could set up a wallet for them, and you could actually run this as like an agency so that you have custom branding for chiropractors, for hair salons, for yoga studios, for gyms, all that kind of thing. And you could run it all through the TinyBrander platform in separate wallets because there is unlimited domains and there's unlimited wallets, there's unlimited offers that you can create in this platform. So I'm just going to use the test wallet for now. It's the standard one we have set up. Then we get into things like the store settings, and this is kind of all the SEO stuff in the background where you can set your site titles and your keywords and the authors. You can add a favicon to the site and a social sharing image. All of that is done here. Here's where you would enter scripts as well, like things like Facebook pixels and tracking pixels. And here you can affect how your offers look as they pop up as a user uses them. It's just text changes. So you can completely customize how the offer looks, including the upsells, all of the payment sections in the checkout, what it says, and the thank you sections. So all of that can be done right there. I'm just going to give this a title, call it Webby. Oops. Webby, and hit next. Then we have the privacy pages. Now we give you some privacy pages which are standard, but I would suggest that you read them, and if you want to, replace them with your own, just simply so that you're 100% comfortable with what's being said in your privacy policy and your terms and conditions. So you can just edit these as you would any other product, any other text editing product. You can just go in there and completely replace that or edit it as you want. So I'm just going to leave them alone, and then I'm going to hit next to get back to the templates. I'm going to use this template right here, which is our male muscle template. And as you can see right here, we have the product in the site ready to go. And we can change all of this. Obviously, we can change how this text looks here if we wanted to. We can just go in and edit how that looks, what color it is, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, we can. Everything here is completely customizable to you. We can change the background image. And all of this is ready to go. All I have to do now is hit save and publish, and we have it live on the site. So I'm just going to do that right now. Just let that do its thing. I'm going to take a sip of water. Cool. Now that's done. We have our link. If we'd have set a custom domain, by the way, this would be the custom domain here, but we didn't. We just kept it on the TinyBrander domain, which you clearly wouldn't want to do if it's your own brand. You'd want to have that branded. So if I go live to this website right now, you can see it's secure, and you can see if I just my screen's very wide, so it looks slightly weird. That's how it would look on a standard screen. So yeah. It's live, it's ready to go. It can take orders right now. If I just go to the checkout here, I can just quickly fill this in, and you can see how the flow of that runs. So I'm just gonna, there we go, and just enter a test email. Okay, so what will happen here is that pops up our offers that we created. So you can choose a single bottle, a buy two, get one free, or a buy three, get two free. As I said, most people are going to choose this one, about 65%. And we hit continue. And that's going to give the upsell. We didn't put a label on the upsell, which is why it looks like that, but we didn't change any of this either, which is why it has the X's and stuff. But, excuse me. And then this is the upsell 2. And we can add that to order. And as you can see there, we have the full cart checkout, which if I paid by the card, it would then take me to the thank you page. But that's pretty much how fast it can build a brand. You probably want to spend some time. I mean, I did that in, let me see, that's about 15 minutes. I think that's my quickest so far. So that was done in about 15 minutes. But obviously, you're going to want to spend some time doing it. You're going to want to make your brand your own. You're going to want to change the website to make that your own. So maybe, a few hours of work, and you can have your own live store selling supplements that we deliver on your behalf. We're going to label them. We're going to deliver them. We'll even handle the returns if you want. You just need to tell us to do that. Other things that we do here is in the store management. You can set your custom packing list here. You can view your orders, your customers, any messages that the customers send you is all through here. And you can place bulk orders here as well. So if you wanted to have a bulk of the orders delivered to you for photography work, or for maybe for a trade show or something like that, you could have those delivered through here. So you're paying only the cost price. Obviously, you're not paying any retail markup that you would have put on it. So that's where you can do that through this back end. So pretty much, I think that kind of covers all of the basic stuff in how we make this thing possible. So I'm just going to jump back into my slides now, so I can tell you exactly what you get in the platform, because it's there is a lot in there. I've done it as quick, so that I'm not holding you on the webinar for a real long time. But let me just jump back in here, and I'll show you what is available inside. Okay, so just summarizing, you get full access to the TinyBrander system, the whole lot of it. You're going to get unlimited offers, unlimited brands, unlimited custom SSL domains, all of the future updates that we do, and there is a lot planned to the platform, you're going to get that drag and drop label maker and the mock-up generator. All of that comes as standard. You get full access to the funnel templates and access to any new templates that we release as we move forward. And you get the priority support, which is inside the app itself, is inside the platform, and you get the full concierge shipping and handling team. So this has been 2 years in development. Yeah, 2 years we've been working on making this, and I've literally poured 2 years of my life and 20 years of knowledge of the supplement business into building this. This is what I would have liked when I was starting off. This was exactly what I would have wished for. And here's some people that were our early adopters. Greg says he loves the TinyBrander system. He's focusing on keto right now. Anne Maria says TinyBrander is by far the easiest program to follow and put into use. Bite-sized training and videos made the whole learning experience and creating the brand exciting. Alison said we stole this from Alison because she came up with a great line. She said, I would say that TinyBrander is the Teespring of supplement world. So that's all cool. Ruben here had created his first brand. He did this in about 2 days. He had all this up and running, and he's selling his buy two get one free offers. And Dimitri's here. This is some bulk shipping that we had to him that he wanted to bring in for photography. So these are all happy people. All unsolicited testimonials coming back into the system. So it makes me very proud to be able to get that. I hope that's coming across. When you invest so much for so long into a product, to then have this kind of feedback from your first set of users, it's really validating for what we're doing. So I told you before that obviously I've been doing this a long time. So I used to do it the traditional way. I'm just going to run through that so you can see really how much TinyBrander can save you. Literally one brand's worth of inventory is going to cost you a minimum of $4,000. You can't get it any cheaper than that. It's just not available. A label design, about $100 from a professional designer. Storage fees from the fulfillment house is going to be at least $20 per month. That's for the pallet storage fees. And then they're going to charge you client fees on top of that, which is going to be at least $250 a month. So it's $3,000 in client fees a year there. For the pro funnel setup that you're going to have built, it's going to be at least $1,000. And then you're going to have a CRM system behind all of that to hold it all together and to be able to integrate with your shipping system and all that kind of stuff. The very cheapest one I've ever been able to find is $80. When I was doing it, my CRM system was $2,000 a month before I built this, obviously. So that's a hell of an expense. So altogether, for one brand to test it and to go out in the world, and you don't know whether it's going to succeed, and if Uncle Sam comes along and suddenly decides that they don't like that product anymore, you're out everything, as Ray said.
Yep.
At least $9,300 minimum.
And I can testify that is pretty darn accurate.
And that's for one. And in my experience, it's about a 25% strike rate. Okay, so 1 out of every 4 brands that you test will win. The rest of them may do some. I'm not saying they won't break even. They might, but certainly you're not going to get a good one about 25% of the time. And that's even with all my experience, 25% of the time. So let's say you have to test more brands. That's going to be probably an additional $5,000-ish per brand. So based on my rule of thumb of 1 in every 4 being a success, you're going to have to test 3 more before you get a success, which means you're out $25,000. But under TinyBrander, you get to test unlimited offers with unlimited brands, unlimited custom SSL domains. So you can just, you could buy, 30, 40 different domains, all similar ones, and just test out which one works. They're not expensive these days, domains. They're super cheap. There's going to be no storage fees ever. No additional storage fees. You get a drag and drop label maker, so you never need to pay for a designer. You get a mock-up generator. You get full access to all of those templates, all the fully optimized, the best platform I've ever found, the best funnel system I've ever found for selling supplements. You get it all. You get our priority support, and you get the full concierge shipping and handling team. and you get exclusive community to our Facebook TinyBrander community that is only for TinyBrander people. Now, I was over in the UK 2 months ago at the marketing summit where I actually kind of showcased this to like an inner circle. And they literally all just said to me, you should be selling this for $5,000 because that the savings to people and the functionality that you're offering is easily worth $5,000. Now, I'm not going to do that. And I'll tell you the reason I'm not going to do it. It's not because I don't like money. I do. I like it a lot. But the reason that I am doing it this way, and I'm going to be doing it at a much lower price, I make money on every bottle that goes out of my door. So I have to find a fine line between a price that gets motivated people to come into the platform and those people be active within the platform selling and making brands. Because for me, I want an army of clients, all of them building their own brands, because I know that once I get that army, I'm going to be able to find 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 whales. And those people I can bring into my main company, which is the manufacturing company, and then do full custom manufacturing jobs for them. And that's the plan here. This is really an incubator for my main business. And that's great because it means that I'm invested in you and you're invested in me. It's a symbiotic relationship. So I'm definitely not going to be doing it for $5,000. But the other thing is it's not going to be an offer that's suitable for everybody. That's fine. You know, there's not everybody is right for every offer. And so there are some qualifications to get in, but relax. It's very simple qualifications. They're just things that I need to make sure that you're able to really have that symbiotic relationship I'm talking about. And it's simply this. You've got to be motivated for success. So if you have a pad, just write that down, motivated for success. And if that's you, just put a check by it. Okay? And then the second qualification, oops, did I hit that? There we go. Second qualification is that you can commit to building out a brand. Now you saw me just do it in what, 15, 20 minutes. So it doesn't take long. It's going to take you a little longer. You're not as used to the system and you're going to have to, you know, spend some time figuring things out, but we'll help you do that. But we just need you to commit to do that. And the third thing is that you're happy to provide a review to us. Now, I don't mind if it's a positive review, a negative review, some suggestion. I don't mind, because the way that we grow this is by giving you guys what you want. And I can only get that if you guys are giving me feedback and giving me reviews. I can't, you know, imagine this stuff up. So those 3 things I need. So if you've written those down, they've got a check by it. Just give me a 1 in the chat box. If you can do that, if you can be motivated for success, you can commit to building out a brand, and you're happy to provide a review to us. And as I say, not asking for all positive reviews. I just want feedback. If you're happy to do that, let me know in the chat box. If you're yeah, there we go. 1 to 1. Congratulations, guys. Lots of 1s coming through, flying through that. Congratulations, because you guys qualify. If not everybody qualifies, that's fine, you know. But that's what I need in my army. In my army of people that are going to be selling their brands to help this symbiotic relationship. That's what those people need to have. So here are some people that did the same thing. They did exactly what you did, answer the same questions, and they jumped into the system and are doing really well with it. We've got Daryl, platform's incredible. I can't wait to start driving traffic to my first 4 sites. He's literally built 4 sites, and I think he's been in 2 weeks. Fame says, so excited, wants to share a testimonial. My first store was completed in less than an hour. Heath, without a doubt, one of the best software platforms I've used. My name is Daron. I've been involved with TinyBrander a couple of weeks now. I have to say the system is very user-friendly. I love how easy it is to create multiple stores and multiple brandings. Dwayne, the moment I saw TinyBrander, I knew it was the branding opportunity I've been looking for. Terry's short and sweet. This software is amazing. Dinah says this, TinyBrander is the real deal, easy to set up and fast. Earning potential is limitless. And Terrell sent us a picture of his brand that he created just in a week. He was sick for a week, so he could only do it that fast. So guys, this was what we discussed before. $25,000 the traditional way. Everything that's available with TinyBrander is all those unlimited offers, unlimited brands, custom SSL domains, unlimited. No storage fees, all of the drag and drop and label maker and all of that stuff, all the funnel and the priority support. They told me to sell it for $5,000. I'm not going to do that. That's too high. I actually think the level this is supposed to be for me to sell it and this is where it will be after tonight, is $2,000. It's going to be sold for $1,997, and at midnight tonight, that's the price it's going to be, $1,997. Okay. But on the launch, it's $297. So that's the price that it's available for today. But let me just put that in perspective with one of the CBD offers, because the CBD is one of the most popular offers that we have right now. It's the products are incredible, and they are super effective, and it's just such a growth area is CBD. So as I said, buy two get one free is going to be your most popular offer, and the cost price on it is $17.70, and we suggest you sell it for $119.90. You could sell it for more, but that we think is a sweet spot. That's a gross profit of $102.20. That's just 3 sales of that offer, and you're already in profit from today. Only 3 sales. And I know every single person on this webinar is able to sell 3 bottles of CBD. You probably know 3 people in your family you could sell a bottle of CBD to. That's how much value we're offering here. But we're actually gonna do even better than that for you, because what we're doing on this webinar is we're gonna bundle everything together. We're taking the whole launch funnel and we're sticking it all together in this one webinar offer, especially for you guys. So I'm going to reveal the whole funnel to you right now, and then I'm going to show you how much you can save by jumping in on the whole bundle of it right now. And then we'll jump into some Q&A, and we can go through all of that. So as I said, $297 for access to everything I just showed you today. You get the whole thing. The 0201, the upsell to that in the funnel, is this design team. So you get access to using our design team, who have been working in the health supplement niche for 10 years with me. I've been working with this design team. And there's different credit packs available. And this is the one you want to keep your eye on, because this is the one that's going to give you 20 professional images, which is enough to do all of your branding, all of your website, the whole kit and caboodle. And that's what we're going to give you in this bundle, this 127 offer. And you're also going to get the pro setup training. That's with me. That will be going on Friday, and we're going to be on that webinar together. And you just click where I click, you follow what I do, and together we will build you out a site that will be up and running by the end of the session, and it will be fully optimized to the best possible optimization for the professional sellers. So those are the 3 things in the funnel. The 020 stops you doing things like this, which quite frankly, I can't believe I managed to find in the system, but I did, and gives you $1 million brands like this, because this is something that our team will create. Our team have been working with, as I say, for 10 years, and have created a ton of different variety brands, but all super, super high level. As I said, the packages for that are in the funnel, these packages, and this is what you're going to get. The pro package, which is 400 credits, which is 20 pro artworks worth $127. And the fast track training is this. That's the fast track pro training. So this is going on Friday. $97 in the funnel. So let me show you that. So the launch funnel is $297, and the 127 upsell, and $97 for the pro training. So the whole bundle that you get on this webinar only is $397. That's saving you today, right now, between now and midnight, we'll be saving you $124. After midnight, this whole thing is going to be going up. And I think I've actually, I arranged with you, Ray, that I'd keep these links open a bit longer for you guys, so you guys could just run it for a bit longer, because we couldn't organize this webinar a little earlier.
Yeah, we knew we were jumping in a little late on this one, so we're glad that you're willing to do that for us. Give people a little bit of time to
I'll hold those links open for a couple of days for you guys, but it will only be, nowhere else will it will be available at that point. It will just be you guys. So yeah, $397 is the bundle today. Then we have a couple of guys who wanted to just say what they thought about the system here. Let me see if it's working. All right, that one wasn't. Let me try this one.
I just wanted to give a big shout out and testimony for TinyBrander. I have used this software now for about 2 weeks. I got my first business set up with CBD, and I could not be more thrilled about where this is headed. I'm looking forward to other products coming on board and getting it out there to the marketplace. And I think the platform and the concept is fantastic. And just wanted to give a testimony saying so. Thank you very much, and look forward to the future of this.
Okay. So we also have some bonuses that I'd like to talk to you guys about real quick, because we understand that everything in the system, I understand that everything in the system is awesome. It allows you to build stores virtually instantly, test brands virtually instantly, and allows you a lot of flexibility to test things out without any expenses. But the one thing that you need to do that is traffic, and we understood that, which is why I went out to my friends in the industry and literally begged, borrowed, groveled, and got the best training in the industry from the top people in their particular fields for traffic. So we have a Facebook groups traffic training in there. We have an Instagram takeover training, a CPA traffic training. That's actually by myself. That's where I spent all of my money, $40 million in advertising and CPA traffic. YouTube ads, that's Justin Sardi has given us his training on that. TikTok ads masterclass, that one is Manny Hanif. And TikTok ads mastery, that is Abby. Deveni has given us that one. Compliant Facebook ads training, this is really interesting because Facebook ads for supplements isn't easy, but we got David Schloss to do us a training on this, and his biggest client in his agency is a supplement seller. So who better to give you supplement training on compliance? That's in there. Then you're going to get the native ads doctorate. Native ads are the way that all of the big supplement brands are selling, all of them. You can get virtually unlimited amounts of eyeballs on your offers with native ads, but it is complicated. We went out to the best people in the industry, and we got literally one of the biggest trainings I've ever seen in my life, and it's incredibly detailed, which is going to take you through native ads. And then we've given you a professionally written follow-up sequence for all your prospects in each of the niches, which is diet, CBD, beauty, and male health. So you get all those follow-up sequences so that you don't lose those cart abandons. And so that's a total bonus value of $7,346. So the links are right on your screens, guys. Let me know if you're in, if you think that this is something that you can build a business or even just a side hustle with, because it's completely hands-off. We take everything, all of the hassle away from you. We do all of the shipping. We do all of the labeling. We do all of, we can handle the returns, if you get it sent back to us, we'll handle all of that for you and recredit your account, all of that kind of good stuff. So the link to get in on this bundle is raiselinks.com/TinyBrander. I don't know if you want to drop that right in the chat there, Ray.
For some reason, it's not letting me
let me
put
see
anything in the chat for some reason. I'm not sure why.
I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I'm going to grab that link and then I'll these wonderful technical things. Well, I'm going to grab that. And
yeah, I don't know why. I can respond to people, but I can't post something to everybody for some reason. It's ghosted out and won't let me do it.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do that. And it's organized in panels. Right, so I've dropped the link and people should be able to see that right now. Okay, let me know if you can see the link. I've dropped it there. I dropped it right into the chat.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I noticed there seems to be a little bit of a delay today for some reason. But yeah, it is in there now.
Awesome, awesome, guys. Right, okay, guys, let me know if you are in, if this is something you feel that you could build a side hustle in, or whether you just want to ask us some questions. Go right ahead. I've got about another 5 minutes or so on the call before I'm going to hand over to Cade, who'll be able to handle all of the rest of the questions.
Actually, the link is not in the chat. Somebody threw another link in there, but your link is.
The little
Let me try this again. See if I can get it to.
Yeah, it's not letting me actually jump into the chat either. I can post it. I can post it in the chat, but not in the questions.
Very strange.
Yeah, I've never seen that with GoToWebinar before. Well, it is raiselinks.com/TinyBrander. Raiselinks.com/TinyBrander. TinyBrander. Why is that not letting me in? That is, I have never seen that before.
Yeah, it's definitely a little odd.
That's got to be
Yeah,
a glitch.
it'll let me respond to people, and I hit send to all, but it responded to the one person. But I guess everybody can see it, but it's not putting it in the actual program there. Oh, somebody dropped it in there for you. Thank you, David. Appreciate that.
There we go. So let me know if you're in, guys. Let me know if you're in. Okay. Okay. What questions do we have here? Let's have a quick
We've
look.
got quite a few questions in here. One that I thought was a pretty important one, a good one here. Rick asked, is there an auto ship option?
There isn't right now. Let me tell you that we've got quite a lot of development coming up in the next kind of week or 10 days or so that we're going to be pushing out. We're going to be adding some new payment providers. And hang on one second if I get into here, because I did see that was another question that came through. Let me just go over here, go to the payment settings. Yeah, we're going to be adding more payment providers here because it's very US centric. So we're going to be adding some more international ones in here. So other things we're going to be looking to do is we're going to be adding a couponing system so that you're going to be able to offer discounts through your follow-up sequences to get reorders. So that's going to be added, and auto ship options is also going to be worked out as well. It might take a little longer, the auto ship, because we have to work out a whole tokening system with each of the payment providers. But it's definitely in the production schedule. I would estimate it will be live within about a month.
Nice. All right. And they asked, are the 4 areas the only areas that you'll have products for?
They are right now, because I picked the 4 biggest ones to start with.
Nice.
We will very likely open up within a month or so. Probably hair would be the next one we open up, and then probably immunity products. Maybe actually
Nice.
mental focus, which is another big.
That'd be interesting. That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Trent wants to know, can you actually use PayPal for supplements? And that is a really good question.
Yeah, PayPal don't have an issue with supplements. They're fine.
Yeah, they had issues with some things, but most of the supplement things, I don't think they've had any problems with.
Yep, no, and certainly all of the beauty products are certainly fine within PayPal.
Sure.
And Stripe.
Yeah, and authorized.net, is usually pretty liberal with any of that kind of stuff. So
yeah, 100%, and we'll be adding new ones as well. In fact, one of the ones we're adding specializes in supplements, so there'll be absolutely no problem.
Now, Margot has a question, and I have no idea what this means. Hopefully you do. She says, do you create NADs? And I don't know what NADs means.
Depends on the context of the question. If I can get some clarity, because there's 2 things I've got going on in my head with NADs, and it depends on whether she's talking about an ingredient product or about something that's more technical. So I just need to get more clarity on that.
Yeah. So if you could let us dummies know a little more, Margot, that would be great. All right. Let's see. Here's an interesting one, and this is also from Margot. She says, can you ship directly to Amazon FBA? So I'm assuming if she buys in bulk, can she give you an Amazon address and have it go there?
Yeah, 100%, no problem.
Nice.
That's actually a phase 2 rollout as well, but that's probably, it's been pushed back because the amount of new development that people have asked for. Phase 2, we're actually going to be bolting on the ability to not use our funnel system and to bolt on just storefronts, so like Amazon, eBay, Shopify. That will be interesting. That's probably 4 or 5 months, yeah.
Nice. Will you be adding more products as you go? And obviously, we already kind of answered that one. Now, Juan asked a question, and I don't know if he's joking or not, but he says, "What is CBD?"
CBD is the what's the word I'm looking for?
Narcotic.
Non-narcotic cannabinoid compound within the cannabis plant.
Did you just read that, or did you actually know that?
Oh no, I know that.
he has to surely be joking, right? Because if you don't know that, John, come on out to Vegas and I'll teach you what.
Well, and it's Juan Carlos Fernandez, so maybe English isn't his first language. He might be from Spain or something, so they may call it something different.
It's certainly one of the biggest growing sectors of the industry.
Oh, I mean, we actually have stores dedicated just to CBD, multiples of them around here. And I always laugh when they dedicate to one single thing, but that's how big it is right now. People are actually renting space just to sell CBD.
I'm gonna, if it's okay, Ray, I'm gonna hand over the
Yes.
Q&A to Cade now. So if I can you make him an organizer, or do I have to do that?
Let me see here. Let's see, change presenter. I think I can do it right from here. There he is, Cade.
Hey, how's it going?
There we go.
Awesome. Right, I'm just gonna bug out of this one, guys. I didn't start it, so I can just shut down GoToWebinar right now.
I believe that would be correct.
Okay, hope that that's right. Okay, thanks so much, guys. I'll catch you soon.
All right, welcome on, Cade. All right, glad to have you in here.
Hey, if everybody see my screen here?
Yep, I can see it.
Awesome, awesome. I can't see the questions actually, Ray, that are coming in, so I'm not sure if you just want to read them out.
Oh, sure. I can keep going on here.
Awesome.
Here, I just made him an organizer. He should see it.
Okay, this is actually a good question here. I had to read it because it's bigger than the thing. Tommy wants to know, can you tell us more about how the drop shipping works? As he doesn't want to carry, you don't have to carry your own inventory, correct? Yes, that is true. But if you want to hit on that a little bit, Cade, go for it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We'll effectively take care of all the printing of the labels, the applying of the labels to the supplements in our facilities, and then we'll ship it out to the individual user who's bought it through your funnel through the software and through the platform. So you effectively don't need to touch it after you've produced your website, produced your funnel. It should be very much plug and play.
That's great. Do you ship globally?
Not yet, not yet. In terms of global shipments, you're going to want to, for right now, bulk orders are going to be the way to go. We are going to be opening up international shipping in the next few weeks. That's going to be coming out in different phases. The first is going to be up into Canada and Mexico. And then week after that, that's going to be opening in around 2 weeks. Week after that, hopefully getting into UK and Europe, and then we'll eventually expand into individual countries throughout Europe, and then eventually get out to the far west. But in terms of right now, if you're international and want to use the program, you certainly can. You can make your funnels, you can make everything in the store management, and then you're just going to want to create a bulk order of the on the store right here. Make a bulk order. We can ship that internationally to you right now, and then you'll just need to ship out individually yourself to starting off with before we set up the international shipping from our end.
Gotcha. Let's see. Tommy wants to know, are these U.S. made products?
Yes, yeah, they're either U.S. made or UK made. All made in FDA registered facilities or the European equivalent, ISO 9001. All made in the US and the UK. So very good quality, all European or American ingredients. Not to say that those from our counterparts sourcing from far out west, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just you can be sure that the facilities are up to check and all certifications are where they need to be.
All right. Roderick says, so you have the products and we just create our own labels and sell them. Is that the business model? Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
As I said at the beginning, as I said at the beginning, this is like turning real product into, selling JVZoo products. Just like with JVZoo, if you were selling a video creation tool, you don't have to deal with support. You don't have to, put the product on your own servers and have people go to your servers. It's all done by whoever created that product. And it's the same thing with this. You're basically, wholesaling it. Well, wholesale is not even really the right word because you'd be stocking inventory at that point. You're really selling this as a bit of an affiliate, really.
Yeah, very much. Affiliate, you're making much larger markups.
Yeah, much. No 50% here, no 10%, or 3% in the case of Amazon. So
exactly.
Somebody wants to know, what are the CBD products? And I'm assuming because there's a CBD section that they're talking about, if there's 3 products in the funnel, what would the 3 products be in that case?
Yeah, no, most definitely. So for the CBD, I can open this up right here just to show you. We have a CBD cream, we have CBD patches, CBD capsules, and CBD oils. Those are kind of the 4 main points with your CBD lines. CBD oils is kind of the typical delivery system of CBD. That's going to be the most common. CBD capsules are great for those who don't necessarily want to take the sublingual oil. CBD patches it's a very good long-term dose of CBD, and then the CBD cream is more of a localized dosage of CBD. That's gonna kind of, you rub it on a sore elbow, and that's gonna help with the elbow pain.
Nice. At my age, I need to bathe in it, but that's another story. Yeah. So Gregory wants to know, are there free samples, and if not, what's the price?
Yeah, so they're samples of the product. We don't have any free samples, but if you wanted to purchase some samples of our products to see for yourself, to either take some photographs of, what have you, that would just be again in the bulk order. You can just get that shipped directly to you without having to go through the funnels and through that way.
Now let me ask you this, and this is Ray in Atlanta wants to know this. Could you set, let's say, like the first bottle at a price of 0 so that the purchaser gets that first one for free, then they still get the chance to buy bulk and pay for that, buy upsells, and then obviously we'd still have to pay you guys the $5.95 or whatever it is for that one bottle. But can we set a price of 0 for the first sale?
As in an offer price for 0? Yes, I'm fairly certain that can be done.
So no, that's what a lot of the CPA offers do is.
Yes, no, correct. Like one free bottle, for sure. I'm fairly certain that can be done. Just a matter of making it a lead price.
Okay.
Yeah, so that should be doable, and then you just have your upsells and sell them on that. Yes.
All right. Brian wants to know, who holds the liability if somebody dies from using the product?
We do have liability insurance. We have a $5 million plan, so you should be all set for any damages that are caused by the products themselves.
It'd be interesting because obviously, with this isn't your product. You are basically white labeling a product. So I would assume the liability is held with the manufacturer, not the labeling company.
Yes,
at that point.
Liability falls onto us. We have large insurance coverages for that. We've never had to use that coverage. Thank God. You never should have to. All these products are very safe. They're all natural ingredients, nutraceuticals, and supplements, and there's no scary ingredients in here that can cause any damage. So all good on that front.
So here's for Rick, this one we can kind of clarify this. It says, do the buyers pay shipping on their orders, or are we paying that? If we are paying, what is the typical shipping cost for the US customer? And as far as the end user, we're just paying that cost price that you see on the screen.
Yes, yeah. So this is that in the cost price. When we get into international shipping, we are going to be adding on a shipping cost that will be charged out to your clients. So you're never going to have to pay the shipping. As of right now, for all U.S. sales, as the software currently stands, you're just paying this cost price here. And then, as I said, when we get into international, it'll be that cost price plus a shipping cost, but then that shipping cost is going to be taken care of by your client.
And Stephen asks, and I believe he's talking about upsells for when these guys purchase the system. I don't really follow what the OTOs were from the description only. And Stephen, if you want to clarify to make sure that you're talking about the offer we're offering today versus the actual product upsells, which would be like the extra bottles of creams and things like that. But I assume he means he's just looking for more information about the upsells today.
Yeah, no. So the upsells today, you're going to be getting $120 worth of creative credits. So that's effectively 20 pre-made, or not pre-made, custom made to you images. So that could be image for the background of your funnel, images in your funnel, the physical label creation. As John showed you, the kind of the nice labels that we actually fortunately don't have this presentation on my PC right now, but the nice labels that we can create for you is, I know personally, I don't have the creative eye. The labels that I make, they're not going to be the prettiest. Some people do have that great creative eye and they can make their own labels look great, but most of the time it's just easier to get somebody else to do it. So that's effectively what this is for. You're going to be getting the 400 credits in that bundle. And then the final upsell via O2O is going to be a webinar on Friday with John, and he's effectively just going to go through step by step, going to answer all of your questions along the way, building an entire funnel. Today he kind of raced through it a little bit. He already had those pre-made labels. He's going to do the whole shebang from A to B all the way to Z, and he'll get everything done and answer all your questions along the way, so that you can truly know that you can set up a nice brand and get everything up and running after that webinar.
All right. Let's see. Ed asks, if you already sell supplements, can we add our own products?
Not right now, no. You are limited to the products we have in the software right now. We do plan on continuously adding new niches and products in those niches as we grow. As John said, we are going to be expanding into the hair niche next, and then possibly immunity or focus after that. And then we're open to suggestions too. Everybody who purchases is going to be invited to a Facebook group, a private Facebook group, and we're very active on there. So if there's a particular niche that the whole group wants, we're gonna do that niche for you. We're gonna get the products in for you. So we want it to be a proactive experience that if there's a product that everybody's wanting, we will put it in the platform for you.
Now, I will say this, you know, with Ed there, if you already sell products, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from, you know, if you've already got, let's say, a site with, you know, a bunch of different SKUs that you do of adding a link from there or offering it as an upsell to supplement, pardon the pun, to supplement what you're already making. You know, there's no reason not to do that. Just add it in there as an extra upsell or a link from your website, things like that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And as John stated too, in phase 2, and this is going to be a few months down the line, we are going to be opening up to other storefronts. So you don't have to necessarily use our funnel. You can use your pre-existing storefront, and it should be able to get a lot more flexible. And but we just kind of have to start somewhere and build up from there.
All right, John, let's clarify this one for John. He says, do you put our labels on the bottles?
You sure do.
Yep. It's all 100%. John, you literally say, hey, buy this, they buy it, and you just collect your money and go pay for gas.
Exactly.
All right, let's see here. Somebody wants to know, let's see, I know there was a good one here. So John also asked, what are the markups generally? So I think what he's saying there is, you know, we showed that some of the products cost like $5.67 and people are typically selling it for $59. But theoretically, I mean, you know, that's up to us, right? We could charge $30 if we wanted.
Yes. Yeah. No, most definitely. It's definitely up to you. Obviously, the lower the cost, you're gonna be able to sell a little bit more. You're not going to be making as much per package. It's completely up to you. If you wanted to sell these potency patches for 100 and you can get somebody to buy them for 100, good for you. That's more money in your pocket. So it's kind of a balancing act. It does somewhat depend on your market and your audience. If you're going for a higher end brand or a not as higher end brand with a lower cost, trying to sell more of them, it's completely up to you, and we like to leave it up to you. You can do as you want. We have the selling price in here, that our suggested price based off of our experience, based off of what other people are selling similar products for. So might not be a bad idea to start with that when you're first setting up. If it's completely brand new to you, start with a suggested or a roundabout, and then kind of go from there. If you want to sell a little bit more, maybe lower the price. If you're thinking that you're selling a boatload of them and you think that you can raise the price a little bit, you certainly can.
All right. David asks about the quality of the products themselves. And I think this has to do with, obviously with things like CBD, there are 852 million people selling CBD under 832,000 labels. And some people say, oh, ours is better quality. Ours is higher this. And, how do we know about the actual quality of that versus other brands?
Yeah, no, most definitely. The CBD, for example, as you said, in that industry, there is a lot of people saying a lot of things. We only purchase ingredients from vetted sources. We only get ingredients from those with correct certifications. We have back to farm tracing for all, especially CBD products. That's particularly important. So we make sure that we ensure that all the ingredients that we're using are as pure and as high quality as possible, and then mixed in the cleanest and most kosher environment possible.
Nice. Here's a good one also from John. Do you market anything to the customers that we bring in?
We don't, no. No, that would be taken care of on your end. You have your autoresponder settings in the platform that you're going to be able to capture all of your leads and put them into specific lists, and then you'll be able to market to your clients as you wish.
Nice. And somebody asked, I lost the question in here somewhere, and I've been trying to find it again. They wanted to know about printing out or getting a quality image of the labeling so that they can, I'm assuming they want to be able to show people, hey, here's the ingredients, the quality of the ingredients. I'm assuming that's what they're looking for in a way that they can show it off, like on a website or whatever.
Yeah, like the entire label. So in the store management and the settings here, after you create your label in the label editor, you're going to be able to download your label. So that's going to give you effectively the entire label that you'll be able to place anywhere. Once you put it onto the markup, that's when you're going to drag that label that's been created on, and then that's going to put it onto the bottle markup. So you will have that high-res label for you to use as well.
Nice. Let me see here. There was a good one here, and I apologize. Oh, how fast is the order processing? So, for instance, how fast will the customers receive the products after they order?
Yeah, so that it does somewhat depend on the location of the end user. We're based in the East Coast, so generally 2 to 3 days for most of the U.S., 2 days for those on the eastern side, 3 days for the West. We're going to be shipping it the next day, and then, as I said, like 2 days from that. So 3 to 4 days is going to be the time period from their clicking the order clicking order to them receiving. Obviously, if they order on a Friday evening, it's not going to get dispatched until Monday morning. So stuff like that is going to depend on that as well. But 5-day shipping.
Now that's great. So it's not 6 to 8 weeks coming from China.
Definitely not.
All right. Well, let's see. By the way, guys, if I missed any questions, you feel free to put them back in so they're at the bottom so that I see them. But I think I caught most of the questions here, except for a couple of things such as, can we get copies of the slides from the slideshow today? There will be a replay video, so you should be able to get that as well. But I don't know if we have a copy of the slideshow that they can have to look at.
I'm not sure. I'll have to double check with John on that. Definitely going to have the link to this replay sent to you guys after this webinar. I believe it usually gets sent out like an hour or so after. So you'll be able to pause and kind of go through everything like that.
Nice. All right. Rick asks, How do you get reorders, and is there an email to support that? Obviously, we already mentioned that the auto shipping is not an option quite yet. Hopefully at some point soon. But as far as the reorders, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are, Kate. I mean, for me, it would be following up with the customer saying, hey, it's been X amount of time since you ordered. You might want to order some more.
Definitely. That's going to be the beautiful part of the autoresponder settings. You'll be able to set up multiple different lists. Like the most basic aspect would be your prospects, and then which are effectively everybody who's entered their email on your website but then not purchased, and then your purchases. So you want to put those in two separate email lists. You'll be able to email your prospect list, maybe a few days after they enter your email and then don't purchase, you send them an email. Hey, what's up? Saw you're on the website the other day, didn't quite go through the purchase. How can we make that happen? Same goes for purchasers. You might want to give it, send them thank you emails, and then once the allotted time has gone up, send them some follow-up. Just constantly stay in their environment. Make sure that they always know that you're there, be a friend to them, and hopefully that should be the way to get reorders.
Yeah, the good thing is use all those ninja marketing tools and secrets that we've had in a physical product. So I'm, a thank you page or a thank you email afterwards with, of course, by the way, we also offer this, that, and the other thing. Let people come in and buy some of those other products as well. And of course, you could even do at some point, there will be, as John mentioned, I think it was John that mentioned it, that there will be coupons at some point in time. So that could be huge. They bought CBD, send them the diet one and say, hey, if you pick up the diet product as well, you can save X.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of different options.
And you can set up promotional offers too. So it's coming up for Christmas time. You can change all your prices, and you set up a whole new Christmas funnel, which you can do very, very easily in the TinyBrander program. Send out emails that it's a lower discounted price just for now, and then it'd be very easy to kill that funnel once the period of time is over. So it's very good for promotions and stuff like that as well.
Ray, remind me to get with John so we can get this integrated with GC also.
Yes, that would be great. We'll definitely have to do that. Somebody even mentioned that. Can we get this integrated into the system? So, Brian asks, what are you doing with the order data? Now, remember, Brian, obviously they're going to have the physical address to ship the product to, but all that other stuff you are collecting.
Correct.
So it'll be you that has that information, not them.
No, exactly. Yeah, all the order data and everything is going to be going into your lists, your information. It's they're your clients.
Somebody asked a specific question, but I'm gonna modify it a little bit. As far as marketing materials, do you guys have any marketing materials for the products, such as videos, banners, things like that?
For the products themselves, no. It's very much as you go. We do have lots of training in regards to traffic training and marketing training in that regard. We have a bunch of training for Facebook ads, Instagram, TikTok, native ads, YouTube. So in all of this is some amazing information to get your name out there, to get your product out there. All these massive amounts of videos. There's hours and hours and hours of content and amazing training from some of the greatest minds in the industry to help move you along any marketing aspect, any traffic aspect. And you follow this, you should be able to get people to your sites and purchasing your products.
And I wanted to specifically bring up a couple of those trainings that are in there, like Justin Sardi's YouTube ads. That's something we're planning on doing a webinar for very, very soon anyway. You get this, you're getting that. That is a tremendous program. If you haven't done YouTube ads, if you don't know a ton about YouTube ads, Justin is a master and he teaches you everything about that. And you're going to be getting that inside here, which is amazing. And then as far as the Facebook ads program, I mean, you're getting the best of the best. You know, that just blows my mind that those training programs are actually in there. So
I know it's crazy. We do offer a lot, and we're just trying to make this as much of a one-stop shop as possible. We want you to be able to make the best brands as possible, sell them as much as you can, make you a lot of money, all in this easy-to-use software.
now, a question specific to CBD, and I've kind of seen this thrown about a little bit here, but this one is a little more specific. And I'll default to you on this because I haven't specifically done this, but does PayPal accept CBD order products?
Yes.
Obviously, yeah. Okay, good. And then do you know about the Facebook and Google ads as far as CBDs?
Yes. I believe they are a little bit more strict, for sure. Facebook ads, you do need to be a little bit more careful with the CBD. But to be honest, I'm not 100% on that. I haven't been personally involved in Facebook.
As far as I know, they still don't. I don't understand why, considering it's sold in every supermarket across the country now, in various ways. But yeah, as far as I know, I think they still do not. But I have a feeling that's going to change fairly quickly.
It's bound to change eventually if it hasn't already. I know that there's a lot of hemp products marketed all over the place now, which are effectively the same thing. Well, most of the time they are. That's something we would definitely need to get confirmation on.
Yeah. David says you could charge just this price for David Schloss's training. Absolutely, he's the guy I turn to for any Facebook questions as far as advertising goes. The guy knows his stuff, and he does millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of Facebook ads. So you can't learn from anybody any better than that, really.
No, definitely not.
Let's see. John wants to know, do you offer a refund? So I'm assuming I'm assuming he means on the actual TinyBrander product.
Yes. Yeah. No. So we do offer refunds if you can't successfully build a store. So we just want to see that you've put in the effort to go through the store management, that you've gone through, that you've tried to produce a funnel with the software. If you do all that and it's not working out for you, we will definitely give you a refund. We just don't want people to be hopping in, not putting in the work that it does require. As John said, this isn't just you buy the software, you buy the program, you're making money. You do need to put effort into it.
All right.
There is a regard of following the steps and creating your offers.
And John follows up with, the whole expense is $397. Yes.
Correct. Yes.
It's a heck of a deal. It really is. As somebody who has gone through the process of selling these types of products in the traditional way, this is a heck of a deal and a heck of a time saver, because if you go the old-fashioned route, you're not selling stuff tomorrow. With this, you could be selling stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, selling stuff tomorrow. And then your guys' link is going to stay active for a couple of days, but tonight, for everybody else at midnight, the TinyBrander is going up to $1997 for the base cost, and that's just for the TinyBrander software. That's not even for the O2Os, the creative credits, or for the personalized webinar with John on Friday. So right now you're getting an amazing deal with all of the combinations that you're getting with it and the severely deep discounts. So right now it's a great time to buy.
I just want to jump in here, guys, really quick, and I just want to make sure that everybody understands. I'm excited that they're doing that walkthrough with you and showing you how to set up a store. Usually, Ray, I jump in and really, go above and beyond to help them get started and everything. This is not my cup of tea, folks. So I'm going to leave it up to the experts. I just want everybody to understand, like when you come in and you purchase it and you're like, okay, Chad, what are we going to do with you? Like, I'm telling you right up front, like I'm very grateful that they're willing to do that extra training with y'all. So I think it's important.
Yeah, I thought about the same thing. I'm like, I don't know what kind of value I can add to this, but It's something I'm going to be doing. So, and by the way, if that means anything to you guys, this is something that I'm going to be doing myself. And there's a great question in here from Rich that kind of follows up with what I'm kind of thinking on how I'm doing things. He wants to know, can you have a VA run this business and do all the follow-up?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
and the great thing is it's easy enough that they can do that. You know,
Yeah.
it really is. You just have to get the sale. You know, that's it.
Yeah, no, that's completely it. Exactly. You can get anybody to run this. It's as you said, you literally just need to get the sale. We're gonna do all the fulfillment. We're gonna ship it out. We do everything. We can even deal with returns for you if you want. We can do everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Another question. We kind of touched on this a little bit, but what about the customer if they need to return a bottle or something like that? How does that work? If there's any issues?
Yeah, no, so most definitely. If you want us to deal with returns, we certainly can. As of right now, you just need to send us an email at support@tinybrander.com and we can get you set up into our returns. That is just you just effectively need to pay for the return shipping. That's going to be a cost on you. And that's just going to be shipped back to our warehouse. It's going to be a generic address, so it's not going to be affiliated with any other brands or TinyBrander. It'll just be a PO address that all returns can get sent back to.
Nice. And actually, I'm going to mix Dana and Johan's questions here. Is there a place where we can see what all the products are that are being promoted through the different stores? And where can we learn about those products? That's a really, really good one. I like that, Dana. Where can we learn about those products if we don't know a lot about CBD cream?
Yeah, so we actually have made up a little catalog of all the products that we currently have available. That is in the resources section of the TinyBrander suite. So this effectively kind of goes through the ingredients, the dimensions, everything like that for the specific supplements that we have in the platform right now. And then this will get updated as we continue to grow, as we add more niches and add more products.
See, that tells you how bad I am because I didn't even make it far enough into the trainings yet, even to see that one.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
That's good to know that's in there though. All right. John has a question about Dave's Marketplace, but we'll skip that one. That one's for me personally. So now, as far as the other thing I want to mention for Dana, you know, obviously with any of these products, you know, if you need to learn about CBD generically, you know, you can look that up, you know, almost anywhere online. You need to learn about diet products and keto diets and all that. You know, WebMD will help you out with a lot of that stuff and as well. So you can certainly find out from a lot of those sources, and that can certainly help you out. All right, and let's see. All right, any last questions? Get them in there. Throw them out there so we can answer those for you. If I missed any, re-put them in there. I'm going to keep scanning through here for a second. I don't think I asked this one yet. Chris wanted to know about order tracking for the purchaser.
In terms of order tracking, that isn't implemented yet. That is in the woodworks. We're hoping to push that out in coming months. It's a little bit more complicated in the code aspect of it. That's why it's not here at launch. So as of right now, they won't have any online order tracking or anything like that. It'll just be a tracking number.
Nice. And see, John wanted to know if you know how many micrograms is in the CBD oil.
Yes, I believe it's a 500 milligram CBD oil. Yeah, it's a 500 milligram CBD oil. That's a peppermint CBD oil as well. So it's
nice.
quite flavored.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Juan wanted to know when the offer ends. So technically it ends tonight, but we've kind of asked the teacher for an extension. So we're going to get a little bit of an extension since we were at the tail end with our webinar here. So.
Yep. No, you guys will get another a couple of days, I believe, with the link that's been thrown into the chat here, and then after that, it's going to be up to its a selling price of 1997. So right now is a great time.
That's quite a difference.
Yes.
All right. Do you ship priority mail or first class?
We ship priority.
Oh, nice. I was going to say, well, that's surprising, actually. I would have figured first class. First class is pretty good.
Actually, no, to be honest, I may have misspoke there. For first class, yeah, no. Got the two mixed up in my head. I thought priority was the lower end. Yes, we're shipping out first class. Which,
priority
as I said,
is the one where they charge you more money to ship it in the exact same amount of time.
Yes. No. Yeah. So, but that's going to be U.S. To Eastern Coast 2 days, West Coast 2 or 3. I'm not sure what providers we'll be using when we open up to international. I assume FedEx or UPS, but that will be opened up shortly.
Douglas wanted us to put the list of items in the offer back up, but I think that was on John's computer, so we don't have the list, do we?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, yeah, John forgot to send me that over for this, but I'm sure that we can get that sent over, and the replay is going to be sent over to all you guys in 45 minutes, an hour, something like that.
Nice. David wants to know if I'm offering any bonuses. Well, David, I always offer bonuses with everything, but in this case, I wasn't sure what would make sense. Obviously, if this was a YouTube thing, we could send over YouTube graphics. But with this, I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what. John says that I am the bonus. So that's true. Having me here is always a bonus. But no,
I mean, if I can just jump in here really quick, Ray.
Sure.
Because you and I talked about it, folks. If we offered you any kind of bonus, we'd probably throw you off track from you succeeding.
That's probably true.
Because it's not our thing. Like, understand, less is more. They have the system, they have the proven process. There's very few people that are qualified to teach this business. I remember reaching out to John about 5 years ago when he kind of disappeared for a while because he was heavy in the launch market for a while, if you remember that, Ray. And then he disappeared. And I remember he shot me a personal video and he was walking around outside his house or whatever. And he was like, dude, all I'm doing is e-com now. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not doing launches. And he was making a killing from what I remember. And I remember thinking right then and there, like, I need to figure out what he's doing because he looks like he's having a lot more fun than I am. So it's like you are learning from the expert, and any bonus that we offer you is going to be a distraction or a confusion or something. Like, attend their training, go through their tutorials, do exactly like they say. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't try to recreate anything. Just do exactly like they're showing you. And there's a very good chance that you're going to succeed. Will all of you succeed? Honestly, no. Nope. Because some of you are just going to, it's like we talked about in the mastermind, you got that little voice between your ears telling you things, right? And that's why I'm trying to get you to put that voice behind you and just let it, kind of flow on its own. But if you do everything that they show you, and if you start out small, there's no reason at all why you can't succeed with this. I've been sitting here watching this whole presentation, Ray. I've been quiet, but
I get it. And Brian asks a good question here, and it's probably more for me to answer, but he says, how can I market this without a generic video? Well, here's the thing, Brian, you can definitely create a generic video with, especially in this industry, diet, CBD, anything like that, skincare. Go look at what most of the nutraceutical health product videos are. They are either decent slideshows with products, which you can definitely do. That's pretty easy to do, and those can work well. Or if you look at some of the more advanced ones, they're usually stock footage of people dancing through fields of daisies and things like that with a picture of the product. You can make that. You can definitely create that kind of stuff.
Definitely.
So and you know, then market it on YouTube. Boom, go for it. Yeah, it wouldn't be that difficult. I do that all the time. I actually work in this industry on a different side with some other businesses that sell their own products. For instance, today, you know, I'm working on later today. I'm working on stuff for a company that makes their own neuropathy formulas. So we make videos for them all the time. It's very easy to do. You know, you don't have to be crazy with it. And by the way, you could always, you know, do a stand-up type thing. You know, talk and get us, even if you hire somebody, or if you're willing to do it, get up in front of the camera and just be like, you know, talk about the issues that people have with this. You know, maybe if it's CBD, maybe if you've got joint pain, if you got aches and pains, if you got this, you know, there's a great solution, CBD. We've got this offer. Boom. It doesn't have to be a Hollywood production. Somebody's asked, and Bruce is asking this now. I think he might have asked it earlier. Do we have a link to a sample web store that we can show? I know we showed a couple earlier, but
yeah, most definitely. There's a test one. I can definitely just give everybody the link for right now.
I'd share mine, but it doesn't. I don't have it in front of me, and it doesn't have any labels because I can't decide on a name.
Yeah. No, here, let me open up.
When is your guys' training, Cade?
What's that, sorry?
Friday.
When is your training? It's on Friday?
Friday, correct.
Do you have a live group that they're going in right now or anything, or the buyers?
Yes, yeah, everybody is in a Facebook group. Once you purchase, you'll get an invite to that Facebook group. It's kind of where we're making announcements and having discussions and everything like that.
Yeah, so if I was you, if y'all are planning on attending that call on Friday, I'd give it a lot of thought, you know, what you'd like to see or what questions you have, and you know, make sure they know ahead of time.
Yes.
So they have time to prepare, or, you know, whatever.
No, yeah, the most definitely, that'd be super helpful. If you have any questions or anything, just throw it in the Facebook chat. You'll be able to contact either John or I in that Facebook group as well. Send us a message, throw it on the board, whatever. Everybody's starting to get very into discussions, and it's a great community so far.
In fact, I would, if you jump into that Facebook group, I would ask a question about videos, because there may be somebody else in there that's made some that can be turned into something generic for you as well.
Yeah.
So Dana says, where is that product info catalog? So on the inside, there's the area with all the trainings, the resources. You just have to scroll down. I've started from the top, but it is further down.
Yes. Or you can just search product catalog, and it should be in here. Or might be speaking too soon, to be honest. This was only created, the catalog was only created a week and a half ago, so there is a chance that it hasn't been uploaded into the system yet. If not, I believe it is also on the Facebook group. And if it's not, I will personally post it on the Facebook group right after this. If it's not in here, look for the Facebook group. It should be in here. If it's not, make sure it's in by the end of the day. So make sure it's readily available for everybody.
All right. Trent wants to know, and this is the opposite of what I want to know. He wants to know, can you edit the website at all? Obviously, you know, we saw that you can change some of the things in there. For example, can you add more images of the products, etc.? Whereas my question is, do I have to do any of that stuff, or can I just use it out of the box?
So both are true. It is it's a funnel builder. So it's not quite a drag and drop website builder. So you are a little bit more restricted with what you can do. Let me just open this up here, and I'll get to the funnel builder. So right here, so it is already set up for a basic funnel. It's already got images in it. It's already got copy in it. You could use this as is. That said, somebody else might also be using it as is, and you would have just about identical page other than your product and your domain. Not necessarily a problem, but you probably want to change it a little bit. So you can kind of go in, you can change the background on each of these blocks, right up here. You can go into each of these. You can't add just an image just over the top here. It's not quite drag and drop. It is funnel creation, so everything's done in blocks. You can kind of delete blocks and move stuff around. So it is structured, most definitely, but we try and give you as much flexibility as possible in that structure, so you can change it around and make it look how you want to.
I like it. Like for me, I want to be able to get it up quick. So
Yep.
as long as it's got the stuff needed, boom, done.
Yep.
And by the way, in case you missed it earlier, like where it says your brand, when you set up your brand and you go to do that, that's automatically going to switch to your labeled product where it says your brand right now.
Exactly.
All right.
You won't have to do a thing. It's going to be automatically in there. You'll publish your site, and then it's going to be live for the world. Anybody's going to be able to type in that domain, and it'll be good to go.
Oh, this is an interesting question here. This one is from David. He wants to know, he wants to provide his own bonuses for people that buy. And is he able to add some sort of banner or pop-up telling visitors if they spend X amount, they will get whatever the bonus is?
Currently, right now, no. That's not an option in the system. The only bonuses we have right now are going to be the upsells and the offers. So when you first click into make a sale, when your client clicks into the patches, say, they can see the different offers that you're going to have. Right now you can make a buy one get one free, buy two get one free. That's quite popular, quite common. That's going to be the only pop-up right now. That can certainly be something we might be able to implement in the future. Kind of like an initial pop-up is what you're asking, is where you kind of get into the site, a pop-up comes up. Hey, if you spend X amount, you get X amount free, you get bottle free, something like that.
And there could be some ways of still doing that if you have your own hosting system to kind of bring things through. I'm going to mess around with some things, David. Reach out to me afterwards, and we'll see if we can figure something with that, because there might be a way to do that. Can I use Groove pages to create the funnel for this? Different, David.
As of right now, no. We can only use the inbuilt funnel builder. In version 2, we are going to open it up to kind of other storefronts, other funnel builders, other Amazon web fronts, eBay web fronts. It should be a lot more flexible in the kind of the front end, and then we'll just kind of take care of all the back end stuff, all of the labeling and the shipping out. As of right now, it's just the inbuilt funnel builder.
All right. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Throw them out there, because we're we're almost 2 hours in. Crazy.
Wow.
All right. Are the upsells similar as traditional supplement websites like buy 6 at blank, 3 bottles, etc.? Do you have another set? Yeah. So if I understand that one correctly, Johan, so yeah, you can do like buy the 2, get 1 free, buy 3, get 2 free, that kind of thing in there.
Yes. Now right here, and that's going to be right in the offer section. Right when you go into your specific store, you'll go into the product section. You'll be able to create offers for that specific product. When they go to buy it, you could offer them buy 6 get 1 free, buy 6 get 2 free. It's all up to you, and that offer price is going to be automatically changed as you change that. That's based off of your selling price that you've already set in the previous page. So it's all dynamically added up and done for you.
And don't forget, you can buy in bulk if you want to do something crazy, yourself. I mean, nothing's stopping you from filling your garage with things and creating your own special offers and having to ship it yourself, though.
Yeah, no, most definitely. If you didn't want to use really any of our website building, funnel building, and you just wanted to kind of go with the supplements, kind of just make your own brand and just carry stock of your own brand, that can certainly be done. As you correctly stated, you need to be dealing with all the shipping yourself, all returns yourself. It's going to be a little bit more like a traditional way of doing things, but we can definitely do that. And that's going to be especially viable for those international users right now. But yeah, we like to try to leave it as flexible as possible so that everybody is going to be able to gain some value out of this.
Okay, so Dana and a couple of others have kind of asked this, but it's getting clear what's being really said with this. Is there a way before they decide to buy to see what the products are and to really look at them?
Yeah, no, most definitely. We can just arrange it so that I can send you out this this catalog, and you can get that out to the attendees, right?
Yeah, I can pull it out of mine too, I think. So.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, but we can definitely get that sent over to everybody.
What we'll do is maybe in the maybe I'll put it on a secure hosting thing, and when we email out with the replay stuff, maybe we'll put a link to grab that as well, or something like that. So
yeah, I was about to suggest the same thing.
All right. All right. Yep. So yeah, we'll try to do that, Dana. Johan says he's got a big garage. All right, fill it up. All right. So yeah, John says, how do you guys make any money when you have to put different labels on all the orders? Seems crazy.
Well, we're manufacturing the products too, so that's where we're making money. That's why there's no subscription fee or anything like that. We're manufacturing the products. So we make money every time that you sell a product. We're making money up to $5 effectively, and then you're going to sell that and for 50 or so. So yeah, everybody's got lots of room to make money in this.
I would be willing to bet the people that jump in on this are a tiny fraction of the people that are ordering these products overall. So in the manufacturing process, as much as we like to think we're the big fish, we will be a small percentage of that. So there's plenty of money being made through the manufacturing process.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right. Bruce says, can you do a review of the drop shipping process?
So how do you mean, like just kind of the general process?
I would just assume, and correct us if we're wrong, Bruce, but yeah, the way it works is really, it's incredibly simple, so much so that people probably are overthinking it. You are going to have your site, they're going to fill in their information, they're going to hit buy, and that order is going to go out, and these guys are going to send it out to the customer, and you're going to collect the money. I mean, it really is that simple. Exactly. You're going to put money into the wallet to make sure that the manufacturing cost is paid once they purchase, but that's pretty much it.
And you don't even need to do it before they purchase either. We're going to let you know if you don't have enough money in your wallet to place the order for us to send out not a bottle or capsule or patches or whatever it might be. So if you wanted to, you don't need to load up your wallet before putting out your funnels, putting out your products. You can get everything ready and send it out, and then get your first couple orders before loading up your wallet. So you can be sure that you're getting the orders, that everything's working. Then you load it up, and then we'll ship it out. I wouldn't wait too long after your first order to fill up, as eventually that they're going to get annoyed that they're not getting their product. But you don't have to fill up the wallet immediately.
Let's see. How many custom domains can I have?
Unlimited.
Many as you want.
Yeah. No, I mean, you'll need to go out and purchase the domain. As John said, they're crazy cheap nowadays.
Yep.
You'll just need to go and then point that domain into our direction. We do have instructions for doing that. It's just a step-by-step process, not hard at all. And and then it'll just be your custom domain. It'll be as if it's not sat on our servers at all.
And one thought that I had with that too is, you know, if you've got easy links, there's nothing stopping you from having a domain in there and having, you know, yourwebsite.com/CBD and having that forward to the store.
Yeah.
And then that way you've got your custom domain that might be the same, you know, such and such products, and then /CBD/diet. And then that could, you could do it that way as well.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
All right. Can you SEO the site? And I think there was some mention of.
Yeah, so in the store management, again, in the settings, you're going to have one tab, which is all of your kind of your store settings. This is where you're going to put in all of your keywords, your descriptions, your favicon. So that's kind of where that part is going to be going. You can add some scripts and stuff here. So that's kind of the boring part, if you will. And actually down here, you're going to be able to add all the wording for the offers. We have kind of basic copy here. Obviously, you'll want to change this to your product name, like whenever you see it, multiple X's, you'll be able to change this into that. But in terms of the SEO and keywords and stuff, that's going to be coming up here.
Very good. All right. Yeah, and you know, obviously, getting orders through SEO is going to be tough because everybody and their brother has 15 sites themselves. So you're realistically, you know, your sales are probably going to be much more from you purposely marketing things as opposed to just sitting back and you know, hoping people find you in search, because that would be tough. Those are tough categories as far as search goes. If you're one of those ninjas, I wish you the best with that, because I know that wouldn't be me.
No, I definitely agree with that. This is mostly going to be something your kind of your Facebook ads, your YouTube ads, your whatever, not necessarily just.
Now, I would say, you know, YouTube marketing would probably work really well there. That you're going to have a lot of competition, but you've got a pretty good shot of doing well in search on YouTube. If you put some videos out there and really SEO those videos, you could see some really good results from that too. So that might be something a little easier than regular website SEO anyway. All right, let's see here. Does the site allow widgets like how many people are buying now, et cetera, et cetera? It will not natively, but as I mentioned with David, I'm gonna check a couple things out because there may be some ways to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be natively in there.
Correct.
All right. Bruce asked about the an existing catalog. We'll get that into the email for the follow-up, Bruce. We'll get that in there so you can kind of see those things.
Yeah.
Video rank and direct back to the site. Yep, absolutely. John, yes, indeed. Hulu commercials. Yeah, I don't think they'll allow CBD yet either, but the other ones probably won't be an issue.
No, yeah.
All right.
Hey, Ray, I just wanted to jump in here really quick. I gotta go get my partner at the airport, but just wanted to thank everybody for coming to the call. And I know you're in good hands. And I think it's an incredible opportunity and a great platform. So thank you, Ray. Thank you, Cade. And let John know I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
All right. And yep, David says use easy links for targeting. And that's kind of one of my plans. I will probably be doing that. It's a lot cheaper to buy one domain that's really good and slash this, slash that. But of course, if you can get a really good domain specifically for a CBD product or whatnot, that can be helpful too. So heck, you can do both. Nothing stopping you from doing both.
No, nothing at all.
All right.
Yeah, was
All
there
right.
anything
Any
else
more?
anybody else wanted to see in the platform, or any other questions or anything?
Yeah. If you got any more questions or you want to see anything, throw it out there. I know it's slowing down a little bit now. Do. Oh. Oh, I see somebody's typing something,
Oh, awesome.
but it's slowing down enough that I think this will probably be the end of the Q&A here. Get that little empty slot there, which I know that means there's a question coming in. There it is. Can I put, oh, here's a good one. Okay. Can I put Google retargeting pixels on the website? Yes, you can. There is a spot for retargeting pixels.
Yeah.
John mentioned, I think, specifically Facebook when he was showing it.
Yep, no, that's going to be right in the store settings again. You're going to be able to add external scripts right here. That's going to put your pixels and everything.
External scripts. It doesn't say pixel. It says external scripts. We might be able to have some fun with that, testing some things. Anyway. Oh, this was actually mentioned a couple times, probably might have been from Johan last time too. Any plans for products for pets?
I don't think it's really been thought of too much. I mean, as I said, if there's a demand for products for pets, I don't see why that would be an issue. The only thing that I could think of is that we personally don't manufacture any products for pets at this time.
Yeah.
So there might be a couple loopholes we might need to jump through for that in terms of any.
Now, this is interesting. Rick mentioned something here, and I think this could be done without having to change anything. CBD products for pets are big. Well, there's nothing stopping you from giving it a dog-sounding name and label, and selling CBD.
No, yeah, definitely, absolutely. I know that personally. I've used CBD with my animals, my dogs. It is great, and there are CBD dog treats and stuff like that, but there's nothing wrong with just using CBD for your animals either.
Rick says, although it's hard to put a patch on a dog. Yes, that would be tougher.
That would be a tough one, yeah.
Now, here's an interesting thing, guys. This is something to think about because of the ability to create multiple stores. You don't necessarily have to create a store and be done with it. There is nothing stopping you from really kind of long tailing this and being like, hey, this is CBD for accountants, and give a reason why accountants need to use CBD, or things like that. You can really niche this down and create a specific page for very specific types of people and groups.
Yeah.
The diet products, for instance, men and women use diet products, but their needs might be a little different. Why not have a store for men, a store for women? Same type of thing with really well, maybe not the skincare for the most part, but I haven't looked at the skincare, so I don't know if there's any guy related products in there or not. But as far as the other things, I mean, there's nothing wrong with creating a store that's very specific. Sometimes people really like being catered to, like, oh, this guy thought of us as, like I said, accountants. Now, maybe that one doesn't make sense, but if you can niche it down like that and create a website that's specifically for whatever that group is, that could be really, really well marketed. CBD products for accountants, CBD. I don't know why I'm on accountants, but you get the idea.
No, definitely. And as you said, it's just absolutely unlimited amount of stores that you can produce, and unlimited wallets if you wanted to separate it all down to that far. So there is no limit on the niches that you could touch with one specific product. You could really throw that everywhere and see what sticks.
Now, what do you think, guys? Impossible escape CBD. CBD for before you do an escape room. Right? There we
Love
go. All right. I said, I think we're reaching the end here, and we're getting into, oh wait, CBD for teachers.
Yes.
Now, that would be great for when you have the brain formula.
No, most definitely. Teachers have enough. They could use a little relaxation.
Yeah, absolutely. All
Okay.
right. Is it free shipping? I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a free shipping. Okay. I was gonna
Shipping
say,
is not included in all. For you, effectively, you're never gonna have to pay for shipping. It's
yeah, I was
either,
gonna say even if there was shipping charges, you wouldn't really see it. It wouldn't affect. You'd still see the price that you're paying regardless per unit.
exactly. Yeah, it's either gonna be taken care of by us or taken care of by your end users. So you never need to worry about
Yeah, the teachers would rather dose all the kids. Well, that might be true too.
that.
Create a website specifically for CBD products for teachers to use with kids. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
That would not. All right. I can see a question that's coming in, but I think we've just hit about the wall here. I think everybody's had it. Well, guys, as we wait to see if another question does pop in here, I just want to thank you all for joining us. This has been a really, really good session. I, for one, am very, very excited about this. As I mentioned in my emails and even throughout this program today, I used to be in this market. We used to sell a product called HCG, the HCG diet. If any of you remember that from, well, that was probably, I don't even know how many years ago that was now. It was 9 years ago, maybe 8, 9. Wow, I can't believe it's been that long. But we had to go through the crazy process. We had to create our formulation. We had to find a lab. We had to create the labels. We had to send the labels to the lab. The lab would put the labels on. They'd charge us for that. They'd ship all the products. We'd store it in the garage, and we had to put it in boxes and mail it out to everybody. Not fun, but we made a lot of money because there's a lot of money to be made. This is going to fast track you through all of that without all the costs, without all the expenses, without all of the risk, without all of the hassle. You just get to label and sell it. So if you've ever wanted to have your own products, this is the opportunity. And by the way, we barely mentioned this. My gosh, I can't believe all right. I'm gonna hold you guys on here for a few more minutes. We talked about this briefly, but this is really, really important. You have all these stores. Go out to a local chiropractor and say, hey, I can white label you these products. Go out to a gym and say, hey, gym owner, you can have your own supplements. You can do that with this program. John mentioned it very briefly, and John and I talked about it earlier, but think about that. If you could offer these products directly to some of these businesses so that they can sell it, you could do a lot of things with that. They could bulk order it and stick it on their shelf. Or they could just have, a QR code with a banner in their office, whatever it happens to be. Absolutely. You can do that kind of stuff with this. And, then you just split the money with whoever that is. They're going to bring you most of the traffic. The chiropractor bring you the traffic for that particular store. You sell the product, you stick the chiropractor's, ugly mug on there, and it's the Dr. John, Dr. Pete, Dr. Mike, CBD or whatever. You can do that with this. Absolutely. That's what's really exciting about that.
No, completely. And then to take it even a step further, you could be effectively like an agent for somebody. You could go to that chiropractor and then say, I can create you a funnel. And then you could charge them hosting fees for said funnel. And then
there you go. There's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do a lot with the system.
That would be fantastic. Yep. Create them their own page and wow. All right. Does it help with high blood pressure? I assume he's talking about CBD. I don't know. I don't think it's meant for high blood pressure, but who knows?
Yeah. I don't think it does do a lot, CBD, but I don't think that high blood pressure is one of the ailments that it's usually used for.
I would check into that. Look it up and see, because there is a pill form of it, and it is an anti-inflammatory, which anti-inflammatories technically can help with different types of blood pressure issues. So check it out. I don't know enough to really say for sure. So Is there a limit to the number of brands we can create and design on our own?
Absolutely not. No limit.
You can create as many as you want. That's why I said the accountant formula, the the auto dealer formula, whatever you want to do. All right. So, okay. Well, I think we've gone silent here. So I think that's a good time to break. We will be sending out the replay of all of this, so please look for that. And I will grab that little catalog so we can get that out there, and hopefully you guys can take a look at that, as that could be a big help for you guys. So look forward to that replay. If you have any questions, of course, reach out to myself or Chad. And, we've got access to John, so we can always ask him the questions that we don't know. But this, to me, is a great opportunity, tremendous opportunity. And even if you don't know anything about diet products, if you don't know anything about CBD, you don't know anything about any of these, you don't need to. How many times have you sold other products? When I sell website builders, I don't know much about website builders other than how to change the text. When I sell, video creation tools, I don't know how that video creation tool works. I just, know that it'll make a video and I sell it. It's the same thing here. You can look up what these products do. People want them. You're just going to be able to provide them and get it out there. You don't need to be the expert on this because the experts are already there. So don't be held back by that. Yeah. All right. Anything last? Like to see the catalog. All right. Yeah, Bruce, we'll definitely get that catalog to you. Make sure that you see that. So, all right. Any last words, Cade, before we get everybody out of here to go get lunch?
Not really. It's just we've shown you everything that this program can do. We're very proud of this program. So John's been working on this for 2 years, putting in a lot of time and effort. We think that, well, we're a bit biased, most definitely, but we're very happy with how everything has come out so far. The initial reviews that we're getting from the first draft of people in the software they're absolutely loving it. So yeah, no, it's the link's in the chat there, and then yeah, no, hopefully we'll see you in the program shortly.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you everybody who joined us. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys next Monday on the Mastermind. I should be there again. And of course, we did mention we do have another webinar coming up on Wednesday, so look out for that. We will be sending out some information. I know that's 2 webinars in a short period of time, but if you can handle a couple hours today, you guys are strong enough to be able to do another one. And that one will be on the product that we talked about in the Mastermind, so look forward to that. So Cade, thank you for helping us out here, and we'll pass along the thanks to John as well for setting this up, and of course for Chad and myself, Ray the Video Guy. We thank you for joining us. We look forward to having you inside, and again, any questions, just let us know. Have a good week, everybody.
Thanks so much, Ray. Bye-bye.
You bet. All right.